Hey, everybody, I hope you're doing well. Listen, I'm just going to have to call this delusions of grandeur. She says, I can't work because I have kids. Check this out. This lady right here, this is unbelievable.
Y'all want to know why I can't work? I can't work because I have kids. Not that I don't want to work. I want to work. I want a job. I want a routine. But I have kids and no support system. I moved to a completely new state away from all of my family so that I can be in a better situation. And these are the steps and processes that I have to go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of
Really?
jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that, where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards and expectations. No, I'm gonna continue to do what's best for me and my children and make sure they're good. If you don't like it, it's fine. God is on my side. And that's all that matters.
Okay, whoa, whoa. It's some more that matters. I think, Miss Lady. So let's understand this. You can't work because you have kids. Is it possible that you're using the kids for a reason not to work? I'm asking for a friend. Is it possible that she's using these kids for a reason not to work? Where's the donor? And if you already had kids and you couldn't work, and if you really, really wanted to work, is what you seem to imply to me. I'm trying to understand, like, why would you get pregnant again? So I'm kind of getting the hint that, girl, are you trying to run game? Let's break this down.
Y'all want to know why I can't work? I can't work because I have kids.
Many women work and they have children, single mothers, married mothers, grandparents taking on kids, and they work and they have children. So where is it written, oh, you can't have kids, you can't work if you have kids? Matter of fact, that's why they go to work in order to provide for themselves and the children. Just saying, in case you didn't know.
Not that I don't want to work. I want to work. I want a job. I want a routine. But I have kids and no support system.
And yet you popped out a newborn. You have kids, no support system. That means single mom, baby mama. But yet you got pregnant again, girl, after you already had those kids. How was your support system prior to your last child that you gave birth to? Probably about the same, and yet still you carried the seed of poverty. Is that what you did, Miss Lady? Is it possible you trying to run game and use your womb as a wallet? Is it possible? Then maybe you're trying to use those kids as an excuse. Is it possible?
I moved to a completely new state away from all of my family so that I can be in a better situation. And these are the steps and processes that I have to go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So
So when she made her hand gesture, a very small amount of availability. So what do you have? Maybe 2 hours, 3 hours in your day where you're available? Are you busy tutoring those kids? What you doing all day? Let's say I'm assuming some in school age. So are you homeschooling? You can't leave your children with anybody as far as daycare is concerned to watch them. But here's my question to you. the fact that you are in a situation and just gave birth, it sounds like to me, but I guess you can't leave with this anybody, but looks like you can just lay up and have a child by anybody. That's what it sounds like to me. Nice try.
When I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that, where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody.
And you know what? You should have a lesson learned. It's easy and not wise to have a child just by anybody. Talk about leave your child with anybody. You shouldn't just breed with anybody. Where's your man? He must be in that category or you wouldn't be doing this video. Why he can't help keep the child? I doubt he's busy at his engineering firm or being an architect. I mean, really, I'm sorry. It's giving excuses. It's giving, I want to use my child, the fact that I'm a mom, like, she's working on Mom of the Year award. And I just don't see that by the decisions that you made. So you talking about leaving your child with anybody, but it sounds like to me you chose to see the poverty deep, but you can just have a child by what I would deem as anybody.
Just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards and expectations.
And it sounds to me, my darling, that you need to maybe develop some standards and expectations, or you would not be in this situation. You didn't just buy extra pair of shoes. We're talking about a whole human being. And I bet you was in the same situation that you were in and got pregnant again. And now as if, oh, it's motherhood. I'm homeschooling these girl by children. I've got soccer, then little Amber, little Kiki. One is a cheerleader, the other has violin, the other she has cheerleading practice. Oh, this one plays the piano. This one here has art class. Oh, this one here is gymnastics. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go because it's at 5:30. I'm sorry, that's the appointment time to meet with the golf coach for my 10-year-old. Are you really serious? What kind of investment? So like on his side of the family, my stepson, and on my son that they're doing everything right. I just thought real quick, I said, that's a lot. So they have a 7-year-old. The 7-year-old goes to school, of course. Outside of school, you know what he does? And now his wife, she's stay-at-home mom, full-time mom. Trust me, he's fine financially. So that 7-year-old child, that 7-year-old goes to school. After school on the weekend, his life consists of piano classes, Spanish classes, and they're paying for this, by the way. So outside of school, piano classes, Spanish classes, and he has a golf coach. He's set golf game way better than mine. He has a golf coach. I said, wow, that's a lot for him. Golf coach? So school, never heard about him playing games. Piano, learning Spanish, golf coach, 7 years old. Demanding schedule. I said, why are you investing in a golf coach? This lady, you have that kind of schedule? Because that's a lot of money. The piano classes are not taught by the school. The Spanish classes are not taught by the school hooked on phonics. It's not free. So parenting can get busy. Again, I thought it was a lot. I was like, so aside from school, you have extracurricular Spanish classes, extracurricular piano classes, and then the golf that the 7-year-old loves. You got a golf coach, own set of clubs. I thought it was cute, but I was like, wow, that's a lot. That is a whole lot. Are you that busy? I just don't see it. I really just don't see it. What I see is interpretation. I don't want a job, and just again, just how I feel. My opinion, it's given me. I don't want a job. I want to use my kids because I don't want a job.
Go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or
But hold
initially
on. So what kind of jobs do you applying for? A part-time cashier someplace? Because if the job is 4 hours a week, typically they tell you what the hours are. So why the heck would you even go up there? Oh, I'm sorry. I only have 3 or 4 hours. It sounds like to me maybe you're going through the motions just to keep the benefits going. You should discuss that over the phone before you even pop up there, my darling. But again, nice try.
I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I
Hmm.
had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that,
And
where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody just so that I can meet all of y'all's standards.
but it's okay to just have a baby by anybody. And that's what you do when you don't have standards. Talking about leaving a baby by anybody. What about having a child by anybody? You obviously, girl, just based on this video, I'm picking up the seed of poverty D. And it's like you're trying to run game. Nice work if you can get it. So I'm not checking for it, girl. I'm not checking it. It's giving me a vibe that I got these kids, so I can't work. I got a 3 to 4 hour window, people. I think she's trying to run. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Trying to run game. I really do, girl. I think you can leave your child with anybody, but I guess you can have a child by anybody. You gotta be kidding me.
And expectations. No, I'm gonna continue to do what's best for me and my children and make sure they're good. If you don't like it, it's fine. God is on my side.
And obviously, carrying the seed of poverty D is not on your side. It blows my mind when people do this, make these decisions, and want to always throw the Lord into it, throw God into it. Are you really serious? Isn't there a scripture I heard say something about He wouldn't have you leave you ignorant? Well, carrying the seed of poverty, digging yourself in a continuous bind. Yeah, that's not a wise move. But hey, He on your side. I guess He carried you this far. Let's hope it continues. But this right here, I see it as game recognized game. I'm not buying it with some of these women. You do you not see the economy since the pandemic? Who's still getting pregnant like this here and struggling? The one that's paying is the one that's saying. So when they start putting these different requirements on you, don't start hollering. Why did you get pregnant again? That's the part I don't understand. And I just can't leave my child with anybody because let me guess, you're trying to get Mother of the Year award. Yeah, right. Where's your man?
From all of my family so that I can be in a better situation.
Mm.
And these are the steps and processes that I have to go through. So with that being said, applying for jobs is not easy. I have this big of an availability and a lot of jobs don't like that. So when I'm going through the hiring process and we're going through availability and all of these things, and when my window is only 3 or maybe 4 hours where I can work, or initially I couldn't establish secure childcare. Yeah, I had a voucher, but I had a newborn infant, breastfed infant at that, where it's not easy to just leave my baby with anybody.
And it's not easy. And why do they have you have a child by anybody that sure as hell can't provide for you? That sounds foolish to me. How many times you gonna do it over and over again? Because she's got children. This ain't the first child. This is the last one she's talking about. She breastfed like, oh my goodness. I had to go to MIT, get my degree at the breastfeed y'all. And like you're working a miracle. Like you're the miracle maker. I wonder if she's just applying a job and say she's applying for them just to keep some benefits going because that's what is given to me. It's not easy. It's also not easy, but no, I guess it is easy just to lay up with anybody. Courtesy to poverty D. I want to work. I want a routine. Looks like you got a routine down having children. And is that your routine to avoid working? See, it's people, some people, just speaking in general, because I don't know this lady, they think they're so slick and running game. And then when the little hookup ends, uh-oh, now I'm a victim. I can't just leave my children with anybody, but it sounds like to me you can just have your children with anybody. You didn't vet this man. See, a lot of women, they've got this housewife lifestyle, but guess what? Good luck, buttercup, because a lot of that's ending. And it's not going to take a while. It's ending now. Some got 30-day notice. The government wants a divorce. He's taking you to court. He wants you divorce. I'm not going to court. That paper is just letting you know benefits are over. Again, I'm just going to be honest. I think she running game. That's my true feelings on it. I got a little bit of window for availability. What the heck you doing all day? Are you homeschooling? Are you working on your degree and raising children? A little bit of availability. But you found availability to get pregnant. Wow. 2025, open your eyes. This is going to be the year of the awakening for a lot of single parents, for baby mama. I'm sorry. Oh, it's awakening for all of us, the economy. A little bit of availability, 3 to 4 hours. Girl, well played. We're gonna. I hope it works out for you. But let me know what you all think. It's like smoke and mirrors. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. I want to work. Do you really? Then if you want to work, you would know that having a newborn would be a setback. I'm assuming you would know that, right? And if you didn't, you may be a little too slow to work. I don't know what kind of skills an employer would find valuable enough to hire you. Can't leave a baby with anybody, but I guess you can just have a child by anybody. Again, is giving me running game. Nevertheless, I wish her luck only for the kids. The seed of poverty D. The decisions that were made. And I want to work. It makes me wonder too if she got one of those work requirement letters. Oh, I have to breastfeed, and you can do that with a pump and put it in the refrigerator, like it's and daycare. And then she said, I had a voucher. I'm just gonna say this. I had a voucher, then you add along that she became pregnant. Did you lose your voucher because you had a man up in there? And now you're done left with a gift. The gift is the baby. I had a voucher, but what's happening with it now? You had a voucher and now you got a baby. That makes me wonder, did you have a man living up in there when you weren't supposed to, and did that break the rules? I had a voucher. You had a voucher and now you had a baby. Very interesting. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Sometime the jokes that's right themselves. And I'm out. I think she's slick.